Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Shelley. She wants to know, and I imagine we all have the same question, we all want to know, does Trump end up with prison time? So I've selected the Kipper deck, the Findus Cicle, I think is how you pronounce it, by Ciro Marchetti. I have a couple of, well, I have two Kipper decks, but I chose this one because the cards are bigger. If I do a grand tableau, I don't use this deck because directionally they don't work well, but because I do read directionally. But for this particular question, I think it's perfect. I think it's fine. So does Trump end up with prison time? Hold on, I'll get these in frame in a moment. Okay, so can always draw more cards if we need, but so far we have the despair for the wealthy man. Now, I didn't select the man, the actual, main character person, and because you can do the readings like that. You can pull out the person you're reading on and then do a reading. You draw cards around the person, but I decided to just kind of freeform it and let the cards come through. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, you guys can see it as well. You can see it as well. We have despair, is distraught, regret, like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And the wealthy man is not the main character person, but it's enough. The adjudication card is, of course, courts. You go before the court and a judge decides something. Now, because I have, well, the expectation card is like, it's not a happy card at all. I think there can be, like a delay and a waiting. I get the sense there's a waiting around here, and it has to do with massive amounts of money. But because we have the bad health here, and I do not have, I could try and see if I can pull some more. Let's see. No, let's move them over here. Let's just do this, and I'll pull two more cards and see if we get any type of like imprisonment. But so far it looks like it's a big delay. Like we're expecting it because of the massive amounts of fortune, and his honor is troubling. But we've got the bad health card here too. So let's. Does he actually wind up with prison time? I don't think so. And I say that because, he's worried about it for the rest of his life. He'll worry about it. But then it looks like, there's a thievery where he gets away with it. But it might be because his health is so bad that he doesn't make it that far. Maybe it's such. Maybe what happens is that it's such a weighing down on his, his thoughts and his body and his just like the stress, the despair of all this weighing down on him. That's got to attribute to bad health. This is one of those extended cards in this deck that isn't in the traditional Kipper, because the traditional Kipper just goes to 36. So we've got one of these extra cards here. But it could be that he doesn't go to prison, but through the courts, there's you know, there are many attorneys, and because of the rules about labor laws, maybe there's something that comes through because of Trump Tower, all the Trump organization, that foundation, and charitable and otherwise, that there's adjudication that comes down on him, on Trump organization, because of labor laws and just how he has worked all his life to amass this level of wealth. But there's a problem with his honor. To have high honor, and then, you know, the thief card. So I don't see that he'll go to prison, but I see that he'll have, now I could be wrong, we'll wait and watch this, but I see that his bad health could get him out from underneath it, and having all his assets seized would be the thing that will eventually happen. Now notice I'm not getting this time, because of this health situation, because, you know, of course at this point he has COVID. Now I'm not seeing, I usually get, you know, cards that show him escaping to another country. I'm not seeing that this time. Because those cards are in here. It's like Distant Horizons, that's the last one. And Change is another travel card. I didn't get that. You know what? Because the Kipper has so many different people. There's the mature man, which is him, the older man. This could be Jared, or Don Jr., or Eric. Because this is a younger man. Interesting. So I guess we can read on that later on to see, because Eric's deposition is coming up in a couple days. I'm reading this on Monday, October 5th. So that's interesting. But on Trump himself, I think his bad health is going to get him out of it. But again, assets seized, forfeited, things like that. And maybe to the point that he's afraid that, you know, if he lives through all this, that he's got to, you know, work for a living like most people do, instead of just branding himself. Yeah, okay, well, that's all I'm seeing for now. If I have any Kipper readers out there in my audience, and I didn't do this justice, feel free to add on to my, you know, leave some comments and add on, okay? All right, you guys, take care. Bye.